Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be reading more of the Rise of Skywalker novelization. Our scene takes place on pages 219 and 220 on Exegol, where we get a flashback which explains how Palpatine survived his fall. I will put images of the pages on the screen so you can read along with me. She will take her revenge, Palpatine boomed. Rey continued to approach. His power was intoxicating. She found herself raising her weapon, almost against her will. If not for the other presence in her mind, bright and shining with light, she would not have been able to resist him. And with the stroke of her saber, the Sith are reborn, the Jedi are dead. Wave after wave of triumph emanated from him, and along with it came knowledge, memories. Maybe it was their shared blood that enabled her to see his thoughts, but somehow she could, and Rey saw it then, how he'd done it, what he was about to do again. Falling down a massive shaft, the betrayal sharp and stinging. A figure high above, black clad and helmeted and shrinking fast. His very own apprentice had turned against him, the way he himself had turned against Plagueis, whose secret to immortality he had stolen. Plagueis had not acted fast enough in his own moment of death, but Sidious, sensing the flickering light in his apprentice, had been ready for years. So the falling, dying Emperor called on the dark power of the Force to thrust his consciousness far, far away, to a secret place he had been preparing. His body was dead, an empty vessel long before it found the bottom of the shaft, and his mind jolted to a new awareness in a new body, a painful one, a temporary one. It was too soon. The secret place had not completed its preparations. The transfer was imperfect, and the cloned body wasn't enough. Perhaps Plagueis was having the last laugh after all. Maybe his secret remained secret, because Palpatine was trapped in a broken, dying form. The heretics of the Sith Eternal toiled, splicing genes, bolstering tissues, creating unnatural abominations in the hope that one of these strand casts would succeed and become a worthy receptacle. The heretics would do anything, risk anything, sacrifice anything to create a cradle for their god consciousness. Nothing worked, but their efforts were not in vain. One genetic strandcast lived, thrived even. A not quite identical clone, his son, but he was useless, powerless failure. Palpatine could not even bear to look upon such a disappointing ordinariness. The boy's only worth would lay in continuing the bloodline through more natural methods. And it was through that eventual union, unexpected as it was, that Rey was born, the perfect vessel, strong enough to contain all the power of the Sith, his granddaughter. So firstly, we can see how Palpatine survived, through cloning. We already knew that. What is interesting about this scene, however, is that Palpatine thrusted his consciousness across the galaxy as he was falling down the shaft. Now he talks about a place that was not finished yet when he was killed, but he went there anyway. I would assume that this place is Exegol. The clone body he jumped into was only a temporary one. He explained that he needed a more permanent one. The heretics sliced genes and bolstered tissues and created these abominations of nature, but nothing worked. All these clones they created either died or were imperfect, until one genetic strandcast lived, this being Palpatine's son. Now, as you know from the movie, Palpatine hated his son and thought he was a powerless failure. So obviously Palpatine was not going to use this body as his own. His son, however, went on to have a child, a girl called Rey. She was perfect, powerful, and could be the vessel for Palpatine, his own granddaughter. Something else that is interesting that is said in this scene is that Palpatine knew of Vader's betrayal. He said that for years he could sense Anakin was coming back. This gave Palpatine a long time to plan in case the worst did happen. I would say Vader's turn began after he learned about his son, but maybe it was earlier. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and comment below which would like me to cover next. May the Force be with you.